organization as a terrorist organization in Canada means anything anymore?
No, definitely not. At least in the States, it means a little bit more. Here, nothing.
I'm just worried about young people like you. What's going to be your life? How are you going to live? Look, Europe. What's going on in Europe? It's crazy. What are you going to do?
Scarlett Grace with Rebel News. I am back at the intersection of Bathurst and Sheppard, where the usual standoff seems never ending. This all began back in 2024 when the terrorist supporters started coming to this predominantly Jewish neighborhood to counter the weekly rallies in support of Israel. Those Israel rallies have long since concluded upon the return of the last living Israeli hostages, but the Hamas Islamic Republic supporters have continued to come. Now, there was a brief period where Jewish residents of the neighborhood stopped showing up to counter the counter-demonstrators, and that only led to the terrorist sympathizers walking through residential streets without anyone here at the intersection to yell at. So, the residents of this neighborhood have declared that they will stop showing up when the people who wish death upon the only Jewish nation stop coming to the predominantly Jewish neighborhood. Something they have said they will never stop doing. This past week, a Jewish realtor and lawyer named Joseph Bitton was simply managing a commercial property in the Jane and Lawrence area when he was suddenly attacked in broad daylight. A man who identified himself as being from Yemen and a Houthi swung a parking pylon at him, then pelted him with bricks, metal brackets, a tree branch, and other debris while screaming that Jews are baby killers committing genocide and threatening to kill him.
Literally, he said, you guys are killing babies, you guys are committing genocide. I'm from Yemen, I'm a Houthi, and I'm going to kill you. He actually said that. Said that numerous times. Okay, then. I'm going to kill you numerous times.
Bitton, who was visibly wearing a kippah, called 911 immediately, telling the operator he was being targeted specifically for being Jewish. He dodged the projectiles, blocked what he could with his arms, sustaining lesions and bruises, and followed the attacker at a safe distance for about 35 minutes until the police arrived and arrested him.
He picked up a brick and threw the brick at my head. I was able to block it with my arm, and I got
I see the scar.
Some injuries.
Yes.
The suspect, Abdul Qadir Al-Jalani, faces charges including assault with a weapon and uttering death threats, and police are investigating it as a possible hate-motivated crime. But what about the fact that the suspect was claiming to be a Houthi? The Houthis are a listed terrorist organization in Canada. But does that mean anything anymore? The IRGC is also a listed terrorist organization in Canada as of June 2024. Yet the Prime Minister, Mark Carney, this week suggested Canada should move towards reopening its embassy in Iran with the very regime backing the Houthis and that created the IRGC.
On one level, there's very good reasons for that, but it means that we're not fulfilling a basic responsibility as government. And we're working through this, but I'm going to give you my view, is that engagement is not endorsement. Having an embassy, having consular services in a country does not mean we endorse the policies of that country.
Engagement, he says, is not endorsement. But when a self-proclaimed Houthi is attacking Jews in the streets of Toronto, Canadians have every right to ask, does listing terrorists as terrorists still mean anything in this country?
It does mean we have diplomatic relations. It does mean that we have people there that can help Canadians, and in human tragedies, can provide more immediate on-the-ground assistance where we can be helpful.
The kind of language the alleged attacker was using, calling Jews baby killers and perpetrators of genocide, is the exact language used by these people across the street that continue to harass the residents of the neighborhood for almost 2 years now. When this kind of language is normalized, so are these kinds of attacks. Toronto is living proof of that. So once again, it is the same old thing week after week at the intersection of Bathurst and Sheppard, where the residents of this neighborhood continue to have to put up with hatred screamed at them from across the street. And it just never seems to come to an end. I don't know what the demonstrators across the street are getting out of this. They are certainly not freeing Palestine. They are certainly not making any headway with their cause. It's just the same roughly dozen people across the street doing the same thing. It really begs the question what they're getting out of it. I don't know what else to say because it is the same old thing week after week that these poor residents have to put up with. But it is just a seemingly never-ending event here at Bathurst and Sheppard. And it is a sad state for Toronto and a sad state for policing in Toronto, who are wasting thousands upon thousands of taxpayer money on babysitting.
Nothing's going to change until they stop allowing this to change. We have to show up here every week just out of respect to our neighbors in the area and to fight them off. So how do I feel? The same as I've felt since all of this started. It's very difficult. It's hurtful in a sense, but sticks and stones. They can call as many names as they want, and we're not going away. We're here to stay, all of us.
How do you feel about having to keep coming out here every week?
I'll come here as long as they here. I come here every week.
As long as they're there, you're going to come.
Yeah, I'm gonna come. I've been coming here for the regional rallies, and now I'm come here for the counter protest.
What do you think of the people across the street?
You guys are crazy.
Why are they crazy?
Huh?
Why?
Because they're not right. It's not right. I'm sorry. You know, killing babies on October 7th. You know, I'm sorry. It's not right. That's why I left Soviet Union, because anti-Semitism.
Daniela Bonamico is back across the street here. She says that she will be coming to Bathurst and Sheppard forever. Now, she is one of the individuals who so brightly went on one of the Gaza Freedom Flotillas and was, of course, intercepted by Israel, who saved their lives and held them and returned them back to their countries. Daniela has also recently made quite an interesting video about me. I have no idea what she's rambling about in the video when she brings up my name, but she does say my name, raises her hand in a gun motion and says, pew, pew.
Scarlett, pew, pew. I was a vegan for 5 years, and all I had to do was leave the littlest breadcrumb trail for you. And I'm so excited to make sure that every time in the upcoming months, every time that you're trying to get live footage of our people, I'm there so that you luckily get the chance to deal with absolutely nobody but little old me.
That could easily be interpreted as some kind of death threat, but this is not the first time she has implied violence in her videos. She's also said that when she sees people in the streets that have an Israeli flag, well, I'll show you the clip.
But it's now. Now in life is where I'm like, I know how I'm going to jail for sure. Ready? If at this point, you still have this f***ing shit as your profile picture or in your bio, and I ever see you on a street, correr, run.
I hope I don't see you guys next week, but sadly I think I will.
What keeps you coming out here?
I won't let them intimidate us in our neighborhoods, okay? Enough being silent, enough of, they don't respect law and order. That's the issue. I'm more than willing to give the cops my phone, let them check whatever messages I've been on. I wish they would do the same, okay? Let them do that and see who they've been communicating with. They're not here because they support Palestinians. If they supported Palestinians, they'll be against Hamas. They'll be against Islamic Jihad. They'll be against IRGC. They're getting oppressed. The people that lead them live in Qatar and Turkey. Their families don't live in freaking Gaza or the West Bank. Their families live in lavish lifestyles in London, in Miami, everywhere else in the world. I come in here to make sure they don't intimidate our people. And I'm talking our people, not just Jews, Canadians, okay? They come in here waving Palestinian flags, Iranian flags, no Canadian flags. They come in here and bastardize our country. I wish immigration would take a look at them.
Why are they not getting arrested and thrown in jail? Why do they get pretend arrested and being sent on their way, and they arrest us for smiling and dancing and trying to raise awareness for peace and for the good?
I wish October 7 never happened in the first place and we didn't have to come here. But if it happened, I'm here.
I hope Poilievre, what is his name? Pierre Poilievre. I hope he's going to be, right? Because he's putting country down to hell. When we came to Canada 40 years ago, it was a beautiful country. Beautiful. Beautiful.
This week has also marked 1,000 days since the deadly October 7th attacks, the biggest massacre on the Jewish people since the Holocaust. But let's also remember that not only Jews were murdered on October 7th. Dozens of Thai agriculture workers were murdered in their quarters or while working, with some of the killings captured on video by the terrorists themselves. 7 Canadian citizens were killed as well, including 70-year-old Canadian-Israeli Judy Weinstein Haggai and her husband Gadi Haggai. The couple were shot while on their regular morning walk. Judy grew up here in Toronto. She was a beloved English teacher for children with special needs, a mother of 4, and a grandmother of 7. Their bodies were held in Gaza for over 600 days before being recovered and returned to Israel. Mark Carney's Liberal government rewarded Gaza's treatment of Canadian citizens by recognizing Palestine. See our government do differently about this problem.
I don't mind them protesting. Not in our neighborhoods, not intimidate us. Protest in their neighborhoods. Raise more awareness in your neighborhoods. You're not raising awareness here. This is a Jewish area. This is a Philippines area. They deserve to enjoy their Sundays, not to hear megaphones, not to see barricades on the streets. They deserve to be in peace and quiet and enjoy Sundays with their families, hopefully watching the World Cup game.
And you don't want to keep coming out here, do you? This isn't.
I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. And I swear to you, the moment they stop coming here, I won't be here. That's all. They don't show up, I have no reason to be here. That's it.
The government has allowed them to encroach us, and if I've read that last article correctly, some of the ones that are coming in from over there legally from our government are going to be sent to our military. So they're going to be part of our military. Now, again, I have to do more research on that one, but that was just an article from the Globe I read recently. So could you imagine having Gazans who hate us over there come here and be part of our military? It's open season.
I want to see Carney out. He is horrible. He supports terrorists. He rewards Hamas for October 7 by recognizing Palestinian state. He put the flags all over Canada, Palestinian flags. He rewards Hamas for October 7 event. He shouldn't be our prime minister.
Do you think there's anything more that our government can do about this problem?
They can do, but they don't do. Don't you see? Yeah. You're born here. Don't you see difference? Can you walk freely, do something freely? No. Yeah. You know, attacking, look, you know, it's a lot of death, a lot of, you know, crime. It's rising here. Completely different. I'm sorry, unfortunately. And I feel sorry for young people like you. You know, you're young, your life is ahead. What's going to be with the people like that? You know, they're going to turn the country around. Christian country, I'm sorry. Am I right?
So upon doing some quick research on David Schultz across the street, I actually saw that in May 2025, he attended a demonstration here, and he was actually arrested because he was observed swinging a weapon while concealing his face. He used to dress up like a terrorist with the headband on, and David Schultz, 41 of Toronto, was arrested and charged with weapons, dangerous, disguised with intent, and common nuisance. I'm not sure at this present moment what the outcome of those charges charges were, but he is back here at Bathurst and Sheppard. And I did also learn that his charges for downtown demonstration when he was arrested after stomping on an Israeli flag, those charges were withdrawn.
This is paid harassment. It's not a protest. They're trying to intimidate the local population here and all just pure Canadians. Okay, we're not talking any ethnicity. It's just Canadians that believe in freedom of expression, that believe in freedom of movement. I can't walk over there right now and cross their paths without Toronto police stopping me, but they can cross our paths and go down our streets. How fair is that?
Do you think that listing an organization as a terrorist organization in Canada means anything anymore?
No, definitely not. At least in the States, it means a little bit more. Here, nothing.
That's a horrible idea. This guy doesn't know what he's doing.
Vote for Brad Bradford for Toronto mayor, and please, Polyev, do more. Let's get you in government. Carney has to go.
I'm just worried about young people like you. What's going to be your life? How are you going to live? Look, Europe. What's going to Europe? It's crazy. What are you going to do?
This is not about Palestinian rights. If the people across the street truly cared about the people in Gaza, then they would be, as one of the demonstrators on this side of the street said, then they would be protesting Hamas and Hamas's treatment of Gazans, shooting their own people in the streets for having an opinion against the terrorist organization that rules Gaza. They don't care about Gazans. They are here for domination. And if you are against Islamic domination of our country, of Canada, please head to stopislamicdomination.com. Our new campaign, add your name to the petition, check it out, share it if you can. That's stopislamicdomination.com.